Hello everyone and welcome to the Binary Alpha Autopilot webinar, Pathway to 5K a Month. We named this webinar this because we really believe with the information we're going to provide you with today and with some new tools that we're going to share with you, it actually is a fairly easy pathway if you follow our guidelines to be able to make a consistent $5,000 a month with the Binary Alpha Autopilot. Again, for those of you who are just coming in, my name is Adam Moody, and I am one of the main educators here at Binary Alpha, and I do a lot of educational videos and some of these webinars and stuff like that here. And I'm also a binary options trader myself, and I've been around with Binary Alpha for about 2 years now. I started in season 2 and started out as a student and then became one of the educators here for our strategies. So let's go ahead and jump right in. The first thing I do want to say before we give you any information is just a couple of disclaimers. Again, just to let you guys know and to cover our bases, because a lot of people ask questions sometimes or say something, without understanding it. So this is just a few disclaimers. You probably see this on anything you do with binary options. But the objective, number one, of this webinar is to share the possibilities. This is not a guarantee or a promise, as each trader is responsible themselves with what they do with the information provided. I can't tell you how many times somebody comes to us and they're frustrated because they've lost some money, and I say, okay, well, show me your trades, and I look at their trades and they did not follow the guidelines, and they always say, yeah, but I thought I could make more money, or do this or do that. I thought I could go outside of your guidelines and it would still work. Just like everything else in life, with the Binary Alpha Autopilot, the Binary Alpha Autopilot is not magic. It doesn't just create opportunities in the market. It searches for good opportunities, and if you follow the right guidelines, you can be a consistent and profitable trader, just as we have seen many of our students now be. Okay. Number two, binary options trading is a risky business, and there is a possibility that you will lose all your investment. Every single broker out there actually says this as well. But very often, with higher rewards come with higher risks. So the more opportunity that you have a higher risk, there is a chance for a higher reward as well. Okay, now that we've got the disclaimers out of the way, let's move on. For those of you who are brand new, who don't even know what the Binary Alpha Autopilot is, I just want to share like 2 or 3 minutes really quick what the autopilot is. Again, this is for newbies. Those of you who have already heard this many times before, this will just be a refresher. But simply put, the BAAP is what we call it for short. The BAAP automatically takes 5 or 15-minute reversal trades, and it monitors 30 pairs at the same time. Now that's really the key. The autopilot is actually monitoring 30 currency pairs at the same time. No human can do that. Nobody can have 30 charts up and monitoring every single thing unless you're some type of Android, but nobody can actually do that. Nobody can monitor 30 pairs at the same time and search the markets for these good reversal opportunities. And that's why it's so amazing to be able to have an auto trader like this. So it automatically is looking for reversal trades in the market. It's monitoring 30 pairs at the same time, but it only takes 1 pair at a time. So it looks for a good opportunity. It takes that 1 trade. Okay. It operates on a 5 or 6 lot size money management system. So it's utilizing our type of martingale strategy, where if you lose 1 trade, you go up a lot size. If you lose that trade, it goes up the next lot size. So it automatically scales that up to 5 or 6 on the lot size. I personally only set it to 5, but this is the reason we use this style of trading, is because the autopilot is actually looking for high probability trades in the market, high probability reversal trades. And from all of our testing that we've done through the years, we've shown that this martingale style of up to 5 to 6 bullets is very consistent for this type of trading and profitable. Also, the autopilot has 3 to 4 quality settings you can use, and we'll talk a little bit about that later on. We're not actually going to share the setups today, but we'll talk a little bit about what we mean with that. Okay, so for those of you who are new, again, it takes reversal trades, it monitors 30 pairs at the same time, and it uses a martingale, the Binary Alpha martingale style money management system. Okay, now here's our hope for you, and this has been our hope for you guys since day one. and this was KAZi's hope for me as a student, and for me, for you guys as well, and it's still his hope for you guys as students. Number one is that we want to help you set up your binary alpha autopilot to get safe and consistent wins. You know, our whole idea behind this is we want you guys to win trades safely and as consistently as possible. Number two, we also want you to help you scale up the amount of wins as well. We also want to help you to achieve a livable income. You know, nobody's here because they want to make $200 a month or $500 a month, you know. Yeah, nobody wants to make $200, $300, $400, $500 a month. I mean, yeah, that's good in the beginning, right? But most people are here because they want to get to at least a livable income. And the reason we say 5K a month is because around that amount, most people in the world could say that's a decent livable income. For some people in some countries, that's an amazing income. For some people in other countries, that's just a standard income. Here in the U.S., where I'm at, that would be more of a standard income. In some countries, that may be like, wow, that's a lot of money. And for some countries, that's like, well, that's a little bit on the lower end, but it's still a livable income. And so that's why we say, you know, we call this the pathway to 5K. Can you guys still hear me okay? Somebody said there's no sound. Just want to check. Can everybody still hear me okay? Okay.
Yes,
so
perfect.
Okay, so that must be, if you can't hear, well, if you can't hear me, then you won't hear this. So, okay, thank you guys. So yeah, number three, we want you to achieve a livable income, but even after that, after you achieve that livable income, we want to help you get to wealth income, right? That's really the long-term goal for everybody here, but you know, wealth income does not come until you have livable income. You have to have a livable income in some way, whether it be through trading or some other career or job, before you can really get to that wealth income that can, you know, help you retire or help you get to that place. But that's, you know, that's our goal for you here. I don't know if to say our goal, our hope for you. Our hope for you is for you to be able to get to a livable income, and then eventually be able to get to a wealth income with our trading strategies here. Okay, and one way we are going to do that in the future, or help you to do that in the future, is we will have larger brokers available. Right now, and we'll talk about this in a minute, the broker we use mainly is called Go Markets, and Go Markets is a smaller broker, but they are very credible nonetheless because they're regulated in Australia. And so we're kind of at the stage where we will have larger brokers in the future where you can scale up this autopilot and get to that place where you can earn wealth income and not just livable income. But right now, we're not at that place. So where are we at currently? Again, right now we're with Go Markets, a highly regulated broker. They're regulated by ASIC in Australia, and they offer up to 30 currency pairs, okay, which is really great to be able to have that many currency pairs available. They offer excellent customer service, and we have an auto trader with superb win ratios as well. And then this is really key. Nearly 75% of all the autopilot live traders that we have right now are in profit. So 75% of people who are using this on live accounts are in profit. Now you may ask, what about the other 25%? Well, honestly, the other 25%, for the most part, are not following the guidelines that we set out for them to follow. Again, I can't tell you how many times I get emails from people, and who basically say, you know, they say, oh, you know, I lost this or lost that, and again, they send us their trading log, and I'm like, oh, well, you're not trading in the right time frame. Have you watched the videos? You know, one of the things we tell you is please watch the first 6 videos. Not just please, like you need to. Like if you really want to know how to trade this, watch the first 6 videos about this in your member profile once you subscribe to this, because it will give you almost all the information you need. Very often people ask me questions and I'm like, oh, I can tell you didn't watch the videos because I answered that in the video. I actually answered that in one of those 6 videos about troubleshooting or about the guidelines or something like that. And The majority of the time, the people who are not in profit are not following those guidelines. They say, well, I thought I could trade a little bit outside of this time frame, or, well, I didn't think if it mattered if I traded through news or something like that. And yeah, and that ends up, you know, I'm able to tell those people that, and they're like, oh, yeah, you're right. I guess I wasn't following the guidelines properly. Okay, so let's move on. One of the issues that we've had, though, is actually limitations with the broker. And follow me on this, because this is going to be very important for where we're going in within this webinar today. Okay, right now, for those of you who are using Go Markets, you can understand that Go Markets only allows up to $250 per single trade on most currency pairs. You know, some brokers, you know, you can go from $1 to $1,000. You can go, like 24 option, you can go from $24 up to $200,000. Well, because Go Markets is a smaller broker, they only allow up to $250 per single trade on most currency pairs. There are a few pairs, a few of the major pairs, that they do allow up to $500 per trade, but the majority of the pairs, they allow $250 per single trade on most currency pairs. Okay. However, there is an open trade limitation of $1,000 per account, and this is actually a good thing. This means that a trader can have $1,000 in open positions at one time. So this means you could actually have 4 $250 lot sizes open at the same time. Maybe you have Euro USD open at 250. Maybe you have USD JPY open at 250, you know, and so on. And you could actually have $1,000 worth of positions at one time. So they have limitations on each pair per trade, but they have $1,000 per open positions at a time. I hope that makes sense. If that makes sense, guys, just give me a yes in the chat box. I want to make sure you guys understand that. Okay. Looks like most of you guys. Nick, I see your response there. All right. So we know that, and because of that, we've had some limitations, right? I mean, this has limited us to, you know, at the most, if you're winning even 5 trades a day, you know, maybe you can make $500 a month with them currently with the autopilot. Okay. And again, some pairs you can use up to $500. But this does not really meet our needs, right? So what is the solution? What is the solution? Well, also because of the $250 lot size limitation, we can never go above an $8 first trade, right? Let me show you this on a sheet real quick. I'll pull it up. I'm going to stop my screen share for just a moment, pull the sheet up. Okay, so these are the limitations right here. Okay, also they have a first lot size that starts with $5. So with our strategy, we go 5 lot sizes deep, or bullets is what we call them here. If you start with a $5 trade, you can go up to a $168 trade. $6 you can go up to $197. $7 you can go up to $235. $8 you can go up to $249. That's it, right? So the highest you can ever do is you can get up to an $8 first bullet with our binary alpha autopilot, because again, you want to be able to cover a potential 5 bullets, right? So we're limited. We are limited because of that with Go Markets. Does that make sense? Oh, can you guys see my screen that I've shown again?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Somebody said they can only see the cover page. So yeah, so that makes sense, right? All right, let's switch back over real quick. All right, so because of that, we can never go above an $8 first trade, right? So with an $8 win, your profit's $6. 4 wins a day is $24 a day. So if you do 4 wins a day and your first lot size is $8, you make $24 a day. 20 trading days a month, that's almost $500 a month. Okay. Again, as we said, this is, it's okay, but it's not a livable income. And that's our hope for you. We want to get you to a livable income. So the only way to make more than $500 a month with our current setup with Go Markets and all the limitations before we're able to get to these larger brokers is somehow to take more trades, right? It's actually not to take more trades in the way you think. We have come up with a solution, guys, and we hope this is going to be really exciting for you. Just as excited as I am to share this with you guys, I hope this is actually really exciting for you as well. What if instead of searching for more trades per day, what if instead of trying to get 5, 10, 20 wins per day, separate wins, what if we could take multiple trades at the same time across multiple accounts? Do you guys think that would be better? Just say yes or no. Do you think that would be better? Taking just 4 safe trades a day, but it being taken on multiple accounts, multiple trades at the same time. Yes, of course. Stephen said it correctly. Yes, of course. Exactly what I was thinking. Rather than staying in the market longer and looking for additional quality trading setups, we have now developed a solution. Connie says, yes, but how? And I'm about to say the how. Introducing what we call the trade multiplier. So the goal stays the same. The goal stays the same. Let the binary alpha autopilot win 4 quality trades a day. We say 4 because, we say somewhere normally between 3 and 5, right? Some of you go for 3, some of you go for 5. We're just saying 4 because it's a number in the middle. But let the autopilot win 4 quality trades a day. Goal's the same. You simply activate the trade multiplier in the binary alpha autopilot settings, allowing you to multiply your trade 1 to 10 times simultaneously, I can't say that word correctly, at the same time. So let me show you guys what this looks like real quick on the MT4. Pull this up. I just ran this a little bit last night on an account to show you guys what it does. Okay. Give me a second, guys. Pulling my trade log up here. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is just from last night. If you guys can see my screen, let me know. Okay, cool. So in your autopilot EA settings, there's just going to be an area that says trade copy or multiply, times how much. And you just set that to what you want, somewhere between 1 to 10. But I'm going to actually show you in a moment an entire calculation, and we're going to give you guys this calculator for those of you who have subscribed to the autopilot. That will actually show you how in 9 weeks you can go from one account size to getting to the place where you're making $5,000 to $6,000 a month profit. Okay, but this is pretty much it. It's taking 4 trades. How I set it up is taking 4 trades at the same time, right? $8, the top bullet we can do. So it's taking these trades all at the same time. And you see we got our recoveries, obviously it's taking the same at the same time as well. But this means in one account you have the power of 4. Yes, this is a demo account. Yeah, this one is actually. I probably would need to log into KAZi's live account to show this on a live account, but just for the sake of our webinar, I'm just going to show this here. Yeah, but this is the trade multiplier. Oh, sorry, KAZi, go ahead.
If you give me a little bit of screen share, I can show the same thing in live account. So what I did.
Yeah, let KAZi live account. All right, KAZi Noor. There we go. But it's the basic gist is, guys, you can have one trade copy itself because, and we'll show this in a minute, $250 is as high as we can go with one trade. But if we can open that up 4 times because of the $1,000 limit, then we can have the power of 4 at one time. But we're going to show you how to also do that on multiple accounts after KAZi shows his live account information here to you.
So actually I started using this thing since 7, and you guys can see that I just need to grab my 4 cycle, 5 cycle and stop for that day for this small live account. You guys are following this account for a long time for sure, and you guys can see in 7th actually I take 2, then 1 tie, then another 1 2 1 2, because I can this account can actually cover 2 trades per bullet. It can cover 2 trade based on the money management and everything. So I go this way. So 1 2 3, and this is tie. So this is a 4 cycle. I did stop, and then 7 I tried little bit. I get into second bullet loss, and in third bullet I got my 5 cycle and I stopped. You guys can see the timing that it was so fast. It was so fast. And in 8 1 2 3, almost 3 seconds. Maybe this one actually it's a different trade. You guys can see, but you just see the pair 2 2 2, then 3 cycle, and then actually the day is over. Maybe 9, and here I get into problem again, and my 4 cycle done. So it's till yesterday I actually do that, and today obviously so many news is going on, so I couldn't find that gap, so I didn't run it so far. So actually I am running in a small account. Obviously this account become 600 plus, so I can run 2 copy one at a time, and I can stay safe. That's what I'm doing. Okay, I will actually give it to Adam again, so Adam can carry on.
Okay, thanks, KAZi. Yep. Okay, and for those of you guys who weren't here in the very beginning, if you would please hold your questions to the very end. We will have a Q&A time at the very end of the session here. Okay, so all right, so the basic gist is that you can have, excuse me, you can actually take 4 trades simultaneously at the same time. Now obviously you have to have the money in your account to cover that, and we're about to show you a plan on how you can actually grow that as well with Go Markets. Okay, so let me hop back over to our chart here. Yeah, so again, the goal stays the same, 4 quality wins a day. You can activate the trade multiplier in the autopilot settings, allowing you to multiply your trade anywhere between 1 to 10 times. Now, for the sake of what we're going to do here with Go Markets, we're only going to do it up to 4 times. Okay. And then this is the next question. A couple of people were asking this, and this kind of answers your question. So how do you actually get to $5,000 a day? Because, you know, okay, it's great to be able to have, you know, 4 trades at one time. So our $500 is able to grow to $2,000 a month, right? We talked about how you can, with 4 wins a day, with the current setup, you can make $500 a month, right? Okay, you multiply that times 4 on one account, you make $2,000 a month, right? So again, we are actually going to allow you guys, and we have been allowing some of you guys already, but allow you guys to have multiple accounts. So you can have multiple live accounts through our IB with Go Markets. And one of the best ways to do this, now you may have a computer that's a supercomputer. Mine actually is. I have a, well, I don't know if it's a supercomputer, but it's an Alienware. I have 16 gig of RAM. You know, it's always connected to the internet. But even for me, if my internet goes out, think about this. I want to be able to run this through an internet connection that's fast and something that's all the time on, right? And so one of our things that we've done is we've partnered with a VPS provider to allow you to do that. Some of you may not know what a VPS is. A VPS is basically, it stands for Virtual Private Server, and it's a computer that you can log into from anywhere in the world that's always running, that has high internet speeds, and has strong RAM capabilities. You can actually select, what you want within that, but you can log on to it from anywhere in the world. It never shuts off. It has 1 gigabit per second speed, and I just want to show you guys real quick on our website where you can actually sign up for that as well. Let's see. Okay, here on our website, binaryalpha.org/VPS. Again, this gives you some information about why, especially if you're a Mac user. Sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to run MT4 on a Mac computer. You have to do some extra stuff there. But we wanted to give you guys some options with that. And this company, vpsserver.com, very fast internet speeds, up to 1 gigabit per second speed. You can have a computer just for trading. Why not just have one computer just for trading? You can have a computer that never shuts off as well. And if you want to sign up for these guys, you just click here where it says sign up, click on pricing, and this is the one we suggest here. These other two here, I believe that they're actually doing away with, from what we heard, these smaller monthly amounts. But this one right here should be enough to run up to 4 MT4s at one time. 2 gigs of memory, 4-core processor, 100 gigs of solid state drive, so it's going to be faster as well, and then 3 terabytes of transfer per month. With what we're running with MT4, it doesn't take a whole lot of it doesn't take a ton of bandwidth up, but we suggest selecting that plan. They even have a 14-day free trial when you sign up as well through our website. And they also told me check your locations here. They have different locations across the world, and just depending on where you're at, you're probably going to want to get the one that's closest to you. But that only affects your connection to them, not the connection to it, not the computer itself's connection. And then I think also when you sign up for this, you have to add a Windows 2008 server, which is like $5 a month. So for $25 a month, you can have a computer completely dedicated to trading that's always connected to the internet. Okay, so just wanted to tell you guys about that, because some of you may not have the ability on your current computer to run 3 or 4 MT4s at the same time. Okay, let's get back to our trade multiplier. Let me get a drink of water real quick, guys. All right, so the trade multiplier, 4 wins a day, multiplied times 4, and having that on multiple accounts at the same time. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the actual trading plan. That can get you to $5K a month. That's the whole reason you're here, right? Okay, we showed you the tool. Now let's talk about the actual trading plan and how you can get to that amount. Okay, here is the 5K a month trading plan. If you guys can see this, if you would just give me a yes. I want to make sure you all can see it really well. Okay, cool, good. All right, so this is the Binary Alpha Autopilot 5,000 per month trading plan. This has the capability to double your account in 3 weeks, triple your account in 5 weeks, and then you can start taking profits in 7 weeks. And around the 7th or 8th week, earn almost $1,500 a week. Okay, and this is the plan. Basically, and I'll talk in a minute. There's going to be people in a few different categories, but I'll run through this real quick and then talk about the different types of people we have in different categories. So basically here, this assumes week 1 that you start with one account within Go Markets with $1,200. Okay, one account in Go Markets with $1,200. And again, we'll talk about different people in different places, but this just assumes that you have one account already in Go Markets with $1,200. You start off with a $5 lot size. Okay, you take 4 wins per day. They're worth $3.75 each on average, and you set the trade multiplier to 4. If you have 5 days of trading per week like this, you make $300 in 1 week, right? Okay, pretty simple math. You start with $1,200, you win 4 trades a day times 5 days a week, You set the multiplier to 4, so it's taking 4 trades at a time. And the reason we only set it to 4 is because this is costing you, if you did a full 5-bullet spread, it will cost you $1,136, and you only have $1,200. Okay? And then it just kind of keeps going like this. Week 2, your $1,200 has converted to $1,500. Okay? You change your lot size to $6. You're still just doing 4 trades a day, multiplied by 4, 5 days a week. Second week, you profit $360. You add that to week 3. Week 3, do the same thing, but you change your lot size to $8. Okay? So you're winning $6 per trade. 4 trades a day is 24 multiplied times your 4 multiplier, so it's taking 4 trades at the same time. And again, I hope you guys understand this is the power of 16 trades basically in one day, and you're making $96 a day. 5 days a week, you've profited $480. You add that to your 1860, you have $2340. At this point, at the end of the 3rd week, you're going to open up a second trading account. Okay? You're going to pull $1,200 out of your first account to open a second trading account. Now you're going to have one account with $1,140 and a second account with $1,200 in it. Okay? And you're just going to do the same thing or similar thing that you did here on week 1, but now with 2 accounts, and you're going to grow them that way. Okay? You make $300 here, $300 here. Okay? Somebody said no sound. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You're going to grow $300 here, $300 here. So this is $600 a week, but you're gonna let it keep growing, right? Okay, so your account over here is $1,440. Your account here is $1,500. You're changing your lot size to $6, and again, just keeping the trade multiplier at 4. So you're going to grow from $2,940 to $3,660, and you're just going to keep growing like this for 3 more weeks until you get to $4,620 between these 2 accounts, right? So now that we've got this amount, we're able to split it again into a 3rd account. So we got $4,620. We're going to have 2 accounts with $1,500 each in them, and we're going to pull $1,620 out and have that on a 3rd account. So we're going to open a 3rd account with $1,620, and we're just going to follow, again, these lot sizes, this trading plan. We're able to actually start on this section when we have 3 accounts with our $6 bullet, and immediately in week 8 move to our $8 bullet. And at this point, after 8 full weeks of trading, actually after 7 weeks of trading, you can pull $300 out that first week, and after your 8th week of trading, you can pull $1,440 out of profit, still having $5,400 between your 3 trading accounts, $1,800 in each account, but you can have $1,440 profit you're pulling out every single week starting after week 8. So in 8 weeks, you can start making, it comes out to $5,760 a month by just simply working out this plan. And all you're doing is getting 4 trades a day. The same 4 trades every single day, multiplied by 4 on each of your 3 trading accounts. It's just that simple. You know, if you have AUD USD, you know, it wins a trade. You know, you're going to win that trade across all 3 of these accounts with an $8 bullet. But your $8 bullet has now become a $32 bullet per account, which is the same power as a $96. Is that right? Yeah, $96 single bullet, right? This is how we're able to actually make a livable income through Go Markets now. And as you can see, you can continue doing this week after week after week, and you're able to pull out around $5,760 a month. Now obviously you can do this with more accounts than 3 if you want. You can do this with less accounts than 3 if you want. You can do this with less accounts if you want as well, if you want to just earn a smaller amount of money. But this is it, guys. This is pretty much what you can do. And again, you know, this is not an overnight success. This is, hey, if you can do 4 simple trades a day, very methodically, and follow this plan, you can scale up from $1,200 to in 8 weeks' time. You've actually got $6,840 you've grown in your account, and you're starting to profit $1,440 a week, which is almost $6,000 a month. We say 5K a month, the pathway to 5K, because maybe some of you, will do 3 trades a day. Maybe some of you will do 5 trades a day and do more. But ultimately, it's up to you. But if you follow this plan, here is your pathway to 5K a month, right? Now, let's get back to our slides here. But does this make sense? If this makes sense and is clear, would you just say yes? If it doesn't make sense, just say no. Okay, cool. Looks like most people.
But if some people are thinking that handling 3 accounts will be difficult for them, for that information, you can do it from one single account also by our new update of Trade Multiplier. That can be done also through a single account.
Okay.
If you keep yourself 4, then you can do that also.
Yeah. If you feel overwhelmed, and you only want to do 1 account, then you max yourself out at this 480 amount, which is still almost $2,000 a month in profit. Okay. So yeah. So this, okay. It sounds like everybody understands this. So let's go ahead and move on to our next slides. But this is, again, this is a very easy plan to follow. And guys, remember, if you would, if you would hold on to your questions until the end. We're almost to the end of the presentation, and then I can take those questions. Okay. All right. So let's get back to the presentation here. All right, so the question is, for all of you, probably, oh, when do I start? I want to start with this now, right? which I definitely understand. Guys, remember, please hold your questions till the end. So when do I start? Well, number one, you need to make sure you're consistent in a demo account and a live account first, right? Some people need to see that. Some people need to, or you all need to make sure you're consistent in a demo account and a live account first, right? You need to make sure you understand the strategy. You need to make sure you understand how to trade autopilot, how to set it in the right guidelines. There are a lot of you who've already done that, and that's completely fine, and you're ready to go. But please make sure that you're profiting in demo before you move to a live account, because nothing special or magic happens when you go to a live account. If anything, there's usually more pressure on yourself. Number two, trade confidently according to the guidelines. That's very important as well. Follow our guidelines and be confident about them. Also, make sure you understand how to run one MT4 before trying multiple. And ultimately, you can start as early as next week, because within about 24 hours, we will upload this file, the new autopilot file, to the website that will have the trade copier installed. Okay? And again, just remember to have confidence in your trading. Make sure you're confident with your trading. All right, so coming soon. And this is some information you guys need to know. Again, the new file will be uploaded on the website with the multiplier installed within 24 hours. We're also going to have a new video in the next 3 or 4 days to show you how to run multiple MT4s on a VPS server. Okay. Right now I have, if you can see, I don't know if you can see the bottom of my screen, but I actually have 2 MT4s running right now. Now mine are running with different. I have some different stuff running because I'm doing a lot of testing. But basically, you can see here's an account number here, 6411, and then here is another account here, 7057. And so I have 2 Go markets running at the same time. So we'll show you guys how to do that and how to even do that on a server, how to create multiple instances of Go markets MT4. Also, we're going to have a new video on 4 preferred settings that we use. Okay, so in the guidelines video we currently have, we share with you guys one setting. We call it the uniform setting. We'll show you guys some other settings as well. We'll have that on the autopilot page. Again, we'll have some of these up. We'll have most all of this up in the next 3 to 4 days. Okay, and then also this spreadsheet that I showed you guys, we will have this on the autopilot page as well, the actual subscription page. So once you have subscribed, you will be able to make a copy of this spreadsheet for yourself as well. Okay, so that answers some of the questions you guys had. For brand new people, if you're brand new, you're just hearing about this autopilot for the first time, you can register here, okay, on this website here, on our website, Binary Alpha Autopilot Registration. You can actually come here and click on registration. And this video just shows you how to actually register. Now, for those of you who are new as well, you can actually get this for 1 full month for $7. So you can actually have the autopilot, use it on as many accounts as you want to for 1 month for $7. And then after that, starting the second month, it's $97 a month. But not only do you get the autopilot, you also get the education videos and indicators of our blindfold and head brick strategies as well, which are both 5-minute trading strategies. Okay, so that's where you can register for that. I will post this in the chat box here on the website, so you guys can see that. And then I will also post I'll post this link to the VPS server as well, so you guys can have that as well. Okay. All right. So let me get back to our last few slides here. Okay, so now we're open for questions, guys. This is pretty much it. This is again the pathway to 5K. You guys can go ahead and start shooting your questions. All right, Mahmoud has a question here. A question, and he says, but how to win 4 trades without exceeding 5th position? Again, well, that's why you follow what we have in the sheet here. Okay, as you can see here with this, these are the limitations that we have. So that's why we only open up 4 $8 trades at once. Okay, so $249 times 4 is less than $1,000, right? So you can have 4 of those trades open at one time. So that's why we have an $8 trade times 4 is $32. $19 trade times 4 is $76, and so forth. 45 times 4 is 180. So you can actually have up to an $8 starting lot size, and then go with that there. So what we want to tell you guys, and I'll actually set it up on the sheet the right way before I give you this sheet, but I will have these lot sizes here for you. And the only difference is, well, I'll talk about it a little bit later, but when you have a $5 first, 5, 6, and 7, all of these we've multiplied times 2.4, but the $8 one we've multiplied times 2.35. Okay. All right. Steven says it looks great, Adam, brilliant setup, but this is idealized, isn't it? This assumes that you get no 5-bullet losses if you've had none in 4 weeks, but I've had none in 4 weeks, but is it still possible? Well, Steven, you know, if it's not possible, then the strategy doesn't work. You know, the strategy works because you know, because you don't lose 5 bullets if you're following the proper guidelines. And again, this is why you get in and out of the market as quickly as possible and follow the guidelines. You know, again, this is somewhat based on our blindfold reversal trading strategy, and we've had people trading blindfold for about 1.5 years now who have been consistently profitable. So it's really important to know that you know, that you follow the guidelines appropriately and follow them the right way, and also that you stop as well. That when you get to those 4 wins every day, just turn it off. You get to 4 wins a day, turn it off. Get to 4 wins a day, turn it off. Okay. Francisco says, you guys have told us, and I believe many of us are doing it, to run BAAP manually, meaning either enable and disable auto trading before, after every signal trade, or to take the trades manually after a signal. I believe that won't be possible with multiple accounts, so is it recommendation to leave it running fully automatic? Yeah, I mean, from It really depends on which setup you're using. But for the setups we're going to talk about that we're going to have in the new video, then yeah, I mean, one of them is obviously going to be the ones we've already talked to you about. But for me, yeah, I feel like running it, you know, letting it run automatically is probably the best way to do it in the guidelines. Johnny says, I'm using a MacBook. Can I use it for Go Markets and BAAP? Johnny, well, that's why we suggest for somebody like you to go through a VPS. It's going to be a lot easier for you to run it through a VPS than a MacBook. That's going to be a little bit more challenging on a MacBook. Okay. All right, Robert said, when will this be available on binary.com? Binary.com is our next step, so it's something we're working on now. We don't have a timetable on it right now. They don't have MT4, so it's a little bit different on how we have to do the coding. So, yeah, it will take some time. Sukjuan says, what if Go Markets tries to stop multiple trades? You know, they haven't yet, and the reality is, I mean, we are in their guidelines. We are doing, you know, we are trading within their limitations. So there's no reason that they should stop us. Does Go Market accept U.S. traders? Unfortunately not. The only thing that we suggest for people with U.S. traders, those of you who are from the U.S., you know, one of the things you have to realize is, you know, this is not, we have zero control over this. We have zero control. This is about the U.S. government and what they decide to do with stuff like this. And the U.S. government puts a lot of limitations on U.S. people, you know, trading with foreign brokers. They say it's for our protection, but I think ultimately it has to do with the fact that they don't get as much tax money if they allow us to trade with them. And so what a lot of U.S. people do, which is what I do, is I partner with people internationally. I partner with friends internationally. And you know, that's about the only way. If you have a friend or a family member internationally, partner with them, get them to open up a trading account. You trade on that account, and you're seen as a consultant. I've actually talked in depth with a CPA here in the U.S., and they said for our situation, that's about how you can do it. So, yep. Approximately how much time per day should be dedicated? It really, you know, it's hard to say because, again, not every day is going to be the same in trading. Again, it's not magic. We don't create setups in the market. You know, some days you may be able to get in and out of the market in a very quick amount of time. Some days it may take you a little bit longer. You know, it just really depends on the day. It depends on which one of the suggested you know, setups you're going to be using. It really just depends on all of that, so it's really hard to say. Okay, Mahmoud says, where can we get the guidelines? Well, when you subscribe to the Binary Alpha Autopilot, you get that in your member profile. You get 6 or 7 videos, and the guidelines videos is one of those. Okay, Mahmoud says, sorry, it's my first webinar. That's okay. That's okay. Terry says, I'm correct in saying that you can trade using one MT4 platform, although you have 3 accounts. No, you actually have to have 3 MT4 platforms open as well. So for me, I have, again, if you can see here at the bottom, here's one of my MT4s, here's a second MT4, here's a third MT4 with a different broker that I'm trying to test for us right now. But I have 2 MT4s up. Both are Go Markets. But again, we will have a video to show you guys how to create second and third and fourth and fifth instances of a Go Market account, of a Go Market MT4, and then you sign in with each live or demo account on those, so different accounts on each one. So you actually have you have multiple MT4s open on the same computer. Okay. Shamender says, can we use the same account and deposit extra to get to the next level? Oh, so I thought I made this in a slide. I'm sorry, guys. So basically, there are 3 types of people. Okay, there are going to be 3 different types of people here. Number 1 is going to be the person who says, hey, $1,200, I'm game. I've got it. Some of you already feel like you have some of you already have $1,200 in a Go Markets account, and you're like, okay, now I have some guidelines to follow. Now I have a plan that makes sense for me to follow. And you're going to start this right away. You're going to start this maybe on Monday or Tuesday of next week. Some of you who are already winning a consistent 3 or 4 trades a day and have this money in your account, or have the ability to put that money into an account, that's going to be one group of people. The second group of people is going to say, hey, you know, actually, I want to skip weeks 1 through 7, and I want to come right down here to week 8. I want to put $1,800 in 3 different trading accounts, and you can do that as well. But I would say that if you do this, I would highly suggest you to, at least for 1 week, have 3 demo accounts running to make sure you can manage 3 accounts at the same time. It's very important, okay? Again, you know, some of you may say, I have $5,400. I can split it up between 3 live accounts. I'll trade it demo for a week to make sure I can handle, you know, trading 3 accounts at the same time, and then you'll be ready to go. You'll skip all of the other weeks, and you'll be on your way to making $1,440 a week immediately, okay? And then there's going to be another group of you who says, you know, I just don't have it right. I just don't have $1,200. I have maybe $300 or $500 or $600. And for those of you, I don't want to show this to you now, but you can build up to that. You can build up to the $1,200 as well. You can use the trade multiplier in different ways as well. Okay, we have this tab here called pre-build to 1,200, and this shows you some weeks of build up, how you can build up from 300 to 1,200 or 500 to 1,200, and then start this trading plan. Okay, it does take you a bit longer because obviously if you only start trading with 300 or 500, you know, it takes somewhere between 3 to 6 weeks to build up your account to $1,200. So it's going to take you about, you know, anywhere between 11 to maybe 16 weeks to actually reach this this point where you can start getting $6,000 a month or $5,000 a month. Okay, so one of 3 categories.
In that case, actually, I can give you my real-life example. I started with 1 single account, and the account became close to $700. So now I can run 2 copy. So within, I reached that within a 1 month period of time. If they see our blog, my YT channel, they will find all the series of the thing. And yeah, sooner or later that account will actually become $900, so I can run 3 copies. So that way, actually, I'm rebuilding the 1,200.
Yeah, exactly. And we have that pretty much laid out here in a plan, where they can do that. They can do the they can multiply their trades and stuff if they want to build up to that. But yeah, that's I feel like KAZi's example is really good because he's been doing just that. So you can have an example for you guys with that. Sean Mender said, can we use the same account and deposit extra to get to the next level? Oh, that was okay, I answered that. Kim says, why only 4 wins a day? Again, Kim, that's about, just following the trading plan. That's why I said some of you may be 3 trade a day people, some of you may be 5 trade a day or 5 win a day people. Obviously, if you get 5 wins a day, this moves a little bit faster. But again, we have seen that if you can stay consistent with 4 trades a day or 4 wins a day, you can be profitable over time. And I'll answer that question as well. Why only 4 a day? Honestly, Kim, because the market doesn't give you 1,000,000 wins a day. It just doesn't. You and I have actually had this discussion a little bit before. It's about having the proper mindset. It's not about trying to make as much money as fast as possible and get all the wins in the world and get 10, 20, 30 wins a day, because the truth is the longer you stay in the market, the more the opportunity for you to lose, for you to get up to that 5th bullet and lose. So the less time you spend in the market, the quicker you can get in and out with your 4 wins every single day, the better you can get. Because if you get good at that, that's all you ever need. Even on a large broker like 24 options, imagine if your first bullet size was $2,500 and your wins are worth $2,000 and you do 4 wins a day. That's $8,000 a day in profit. But you have to build that consistency and realize that, oh, I can do 4 a day, 4 a day, 4 a day. Because the market's not going to give you every single day 10, 15, 20 wins. So we want to keep you guys as safe and consistent as possible. Hopefully that answers the question. But Kim, that was a good question though, because other people are going to ask that same question. Okay, Jack says, how long does each trade run? Well, depending on the setup you use, depending on the ones that we give you guys, they're either going to be 5 or 15 minutes, depending on the trade setups you use. Okay. Okay, guys. Oh, there are more questions. I didn't scroll down. Sorry. Doug says, as a Canadian, how do I set up a Go Markets account? It depends on where you're at in Canada, Doug. If you're in certain parts of Canada, we have another broker you can use. If you're not in, I can't remember. There's a few provinces where Go Markets accepts people, and a few they don't. So just send us an email to support@binaryalpha.org and tell us which province you're in, and we can help you with that. Okay. Can you make a code on DirectFX without the dot with the comma behind it? I have to do manually. We may in the future, but right now that's just kind of what we have. Jan says, is it possible to sync the account so I can take one trade? Do I have to take 3 trades, one on each account? Well, again, because the autopilot is taking the trades manually, you're just watching them. It will take all the trades. It'll take all the trades on those 3 accounts themselves. You're not having to press any buttons to take the trade. Kim says, is it technical? I mean, if I win 4 trades in an hour and the day has a lot more hours, why not trade all the hours, which is good? Again, because, like I said, the more you stay in the market, the more the chance you may, the more the chance that you have to lose. Okay, Francisco says, will the multiplier work on manual trades as well on one account? I'm not sure. KAZi, does the trade multiplier?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Nick says, do you need the VPS? It depends on your computer setup, Nick. Again, I have an Alienware computer. It's like a gaming type computer. It has 16 gig of RAM. I don't need it because of the type of computer I have, but honestly, I probably still will get a VPS because sometimes, around here, even though I have like 70 megabit per second speed on my internet, sometimes the internet company is just stupid here, and the internet just shuts off for some reason. And I would much rather have a VPS where the connection is constant, where it's always has good internet. Okay. Today I did not trade due to lack of news. Is that okay? Yeah. I mean, that's good too. And this is something goes back to Kim's question. Some days there's just going to be news. Some days there's just going to be news.
Perfect. Even I didn't trade. Even I am a professional. I didn't trade because of the news. But I will take my chance after 2 hours and quickly get in and take 3 winning cycle and go out. Simple. And end up the week.
Yep. And guys, hear that. KAZi's been a professional trader for years, and there are even times when he's saying, hey, just don't trade, because the market doesn't always give you the greatest setups every single day. Okay. It's not a 24-hour, the market's going to give you trades every single minute, every single hour. We want to get in and get out as quickly as possible. Kunal says we also provide the best times to trade. Yep. In our guidelines video, we talk all about that. Do you provide traders, trading facility where we can invest that will reduce our risk if we trade ourselves? Trading facility. I'm not sure what that means, Peter. Mahmood says, how many years has this strategy been back tested? Well, KAZi's been using the binary alpha reversal strategy for years and years and years, so it's all based upon that. When can we have the spreadsheet? In the next few days, I'll post it up on the in the autopilot subscription back pages. Terry said we'd be showing the wealth building program. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Terry. Okay. Go Markets does not accept U.S. traders. Again, as we said, the only thing for U.S. traders to do is partner with a friend or family member internationally. Okay, Louise says, what is the percentage of not winning the 5th bullet? Again, Louise, if you're following the guidelines, you should not be losing a 5th bullet. If you're following the guidelines properly, you should not be losing that 5th bullet, especially if you get in and out of the market every day, like we teach you guys to do.
I am trading the small live account. half month or so right now, and I don't have any fifth bullet loss so far.
Yep.
So I'm going well. And Aram have some example also he can show.
Yeah. This is just so you guys can see, again, I just laid this on this this setting that I've been using for a while now, really for about a month and a half, just so you can see the trade multiplier. You can see one here on the first bullet, loss, loss, recovered on the third bullet. One here on the first bullet, lost the first, recovered on the second, lost the first, second, and third, and recovered on the fourth, and then it's in the first bullet loss again. But it's growing significantly because of the multiplier. All right. Oh, Terry said next phase. You know, right now it's really hard to say the next phase because we don't know how long it's going to take to get to binary.com. But on binary.com, you can go from anywhere from $1 to a $50,000 lot size. So yeah, I mean, you've got the opportunity here to make $5,000 to $6,000 a month now with Go Markets, which is a livable income. You know, you can imagine with a place like binary.com, you know, having the ability to be able to do probably 10 times that with the lot sizes that are available there, and scale up over time to that. Okay, one more minute for questions, guys, and then we will go ahead and wrap up this thing. Terry says that was brilliant. Terry, I love that. I hear British guys say that a lot. Oh, that was brilliant. We don't use that word so much in U.S. English, but I like that word. It sounds nice. I like when you guys say it. Kim says that was super brilliant.
Someone is saying that if everybody is winning like this, we will actually stop the Go Market business. Actually, broker will be happy to have bigger volume of trading in their account by their clients. The thing is, we are not only winning, we are also giving. Means some bullets are losing. Right now, suppose say in Aram's stage, he in first bullet loss, and he might recover it after some time when proper setup will come. So in this position, actually, Go Market think that okay, this guy lost, but it's totally up to us that how we will recover. So that way actually it's go carry on, and broker have no issue with that. We have tested test these things with live accounts so many times, and my experience with so many brokers, my business, actually I see no issue with that. No issue with that.
Yeah. Yep. So all right, Francisco's got a question here. Let's make this his last one. Well, Henry said, Dennis says, are you looking for a U.S. broker? Again, Dennis, the problem is, you know, there's very few brokers that even accept U.S. people, and the ones that do are extremely limited and mostly unregulated. Henry said, I'm still trading demo, but even more excited to go on. Francisco says, because of the delay between trades of a second or so, we may win some and lose some trades occasionally. How does the BAAP determine whether it's a win or a loss in those cases? I'll be honest, it's rare that something like that would happen. I'll say this, for me, and we'll talk about this in some of the videos in the future soon, but I'm trading mainly 15-minute setups, and 15-minute candles wins are so much bigger. You know, even when you have like a second or two difference, you know, maybe it's like a point or two, like even you can see here, 972, 974, 973. The win was so large. You know, this is a 40, 50, 60 point win. These 1 or 2 points are usually not going to make a difference. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and finish this up. Hope this has been encouraging for you all. Hope this has been helpful. Hopefully you guys can see how to actually you know, move to 5K a month with this plan. Again, if you want to register and you have not yet registered for what we have here at Binary Alpha with the autopilot, if you're brand new for this, just go to our website, click here on BAAP registration, and this video on this page will give you all the information you need to register for $7 for the first month. Okay. All right, guys. Somebody said I'm with Bank de Binary. Can I set up the auto trader with this broker? Rudy, I'm not sure if you heard, but Bank de Binary closed down. Bank de Binary completely closed down, and no, we don't use them on our broker. I mean, sorry, we don't use the autopilot. Yeah, they actually closed down. Yep, there's another broker that closed down too the other day, just because both of them are so shady. We've never suggested using Bank de Binary. They've always been very shady broker. Somebody asked about the support email address. I'll type it in here for you guys. support@binaryalpha.org. Then you guys can see that. So send us an email if you have any more questions. And we look forward to seeing you guys soon. Hope you all have a good weekend, and we will get all the rest of these videos up on the website soon. Thanks.